Hi everyone, my name is Ken. Welcome to this house. Today we are in Lasalle Park in St. Louis, Missouri, exploring a Victorian row home. Let's take a quick look around outside. I'll tell you about the history, and then we're gonna go inside and explore. George Via, a local pork and beef packer, built this Greek Revival style house in 1860. It would later change hands to many prominent business owners over the years before eventually becoming a boarding house in the 20th century. The house fell into disrepair by the 1970s before being restored. We just walked inside and immediately the space really opens up. So these are 12-foot ceilings and I feel so tiny right here. So let's take a moment to really see all of these details and appreciate the grandeur of this space. So right behind me is the front door. We can see the historic encasements that go above it as well as the transom window. Now coming further into the house, we arrive at the staircase, so we can take a moment to see the master newel post and all of the details of the spindles, including the handrails. We also notice that there's a landing on the steps before it takes you up to the second floor. We'll go up there momentarily, but first, let's make our way through this door. Let's take a moment to see the historic hardware as well as a crystal doorknob. And then this beautiful wood grain. Entering this room, there are some things that catch our eyes immediately. If we look off to this side, we can see the historic window encasements, and let's take a moment to really appreciate these and all of their details. We can see the various pieces of wood trim that outline rectangles down below the windows, and then the multiple layers of trim that surround them. And suspended directly from the center of this room as we rotate around it is this beautiful antique chandelier. So let's go ahead and see this because it is incredibly intricate and just so beautiful. Now bringing our eyes back down, let's make our way over to this fireplace and we can see some of the original hearth pieces as well as the wooden mantle. Now above the wooden mantle is something really special. There's a historic photo here that shows how badly it was in disrepair before it was restored following the 1970s. Making our way from the parlor into the dining room, we are going to come across this beautiful and majestic set of pocket doors. So we can take a moment to pause and look at the hardware on here. The hardware here matches the first hardware that we saw whenever we entered the parlor. Same with the crystal knobs. Now, these doors are much taller and the wood grain is different. So I do believe that this might be a different wood type than that first door that we saw. Now, making our way into the dining room, this room is very much a twin to the parlor that we just saw. We can see that it has the same motif for the fireplace with the exact same wooden mantle pieces. As we look up at the ceiling, it has a matching chandelier, which is identical to the one that we just saw. Now, off to this side, there's a window that looks out onto the backyard. And then there's a door over to this side, once again with the same matching hardware and crystal doorknob, that takes us back out into the stair hall. Now coming out of the dining room, we're back in the stair hall, and we are going to start making our way further into the house. So this space really starts to open up once again as we go further in. There's a bathroom off to this side, and we'll just take a peek in there real fast. Now coming out of the bathroom, we make our way through an incredibly thick set of walls. This probably contains the 3 wides of brick that were used for fire code back when this house would have been built. So come on through here and let's take a look around. There are 2 windows on the far side of the room. They both have wooden lintels that are unfinished and unpainted. So that is something that just really speaks to the historic value of this house. Now there is white crown molding that surrounds the space and the same flooring that we've been seeing throughout. To cut through the breakfast room into the kitchen, we're going to come through a pantry. There's some storage right here. And as we make our way further in, we can see that the same kind of wooden motif continues with it all being unfinished and unpainted. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look around, and then we're gonna head upstairs. Arriving at the top of the stairs, we can take a moment to see some of these details where the banister joins with the master newel post. So let's take a moment to see this as well as the change of the spindles motif before we head on and explore. Now, making your way further down this hall, there are closets off to this side, once again with the same hardware and crystal doorknobs that we've been seeing throughout. Now, over on this side is a full bathroom, and there's a transom window above this. So once again, we'll just take a quick peek, and then we're going to go on to the owner's suite. Now, making our way through this doorway, we come into what might be considered the owner's suite. This is a pretty spacious room. It looks like it's been recently renovated, so we can see the newer crown molding, the newer floors. There's also a half wall that separates the space, so we can take a look around this real fast. And off to the side is a door that steps out onto a second floor balcony, but it's a little chilly today, so we're not going to make our way out there. Continuing off the owner's suite is the owner's bathroom. We can see that there are two pedestal sinks set up against the mirrors with a toilet in between. And off to this side is a clawfoot tub that floats above a mosaic tile floor. And there are a lot of windows in the space to allow for a lot of natural light to flood in here. Making our way out of the bathroom, we're going to cut back through the owner's suite and head down the hall. Now, the room in the very front of the house has been what I've been most excited to show you all the entire time. It is just gorgeous. So we have a couple more stops to make on the way there, but then you guys get to see something really spectacular. So come on. Now, coming into this space, this would have probably been a bedroom for a his and her situation back when the house was originally built. So it wasn't necessarily common for husbands and wives to sleep together. So this would have been probably one of their rooms, as it's conjoined to a larger bedroom here in the front of the house. So we can take a moment to look around here. There is a reproduction chandelier hanging in the center of the space. There are two windows on different sides of the walls, and also a place that looks like there might have been a fireplace at one point. Now come on through the conjoined bedroom door, and this takes us into my absolute favorite room of the house. We can see that there are three windows evenly spaced across the front of this bedroom. There is a full mirrored wall with patinaed glass that really allows for the light to bounce around in here and really opens up the space as well. And off to this side is this beautiful fireplace with a wooden mantle and a cast iron inset piece that has all been painted over. So you can just imagine what this might have looked like back whenever it was originally finished out. It just has all of the bones that are needed to bring it right back to life again. The room we just saw is directly behind me, and this takes us back out to the stair hall. Now, this is the flight of steps that takes us up to the third floor. You guys go ahead and look up there, and I'll meet you back down here. Thank you all for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time on This House.